Hello, welcome back. So, in this problem, we will solve the question related to the angle section. So, in the previous part, I have discussed the theory behind the angle section. So, in the example, it is given that there is a section ISA. ISA stands for Indian Standard Angle Section, and the size is 150 by 150 by 12, which means it is a equal section, equal angle section, because both the leg 150 and 150 shows there, so it means it is an equal angle section, and it is used as a strut. Well, strut is compression member, so if the angle is in compression, then we call it strut. If the angle is in tension, we call it tie. Okay, so you need to understand the difference. And this strut has an effective length as 3 meter, which means the L value is given. So we need to calculate the strength. Well, here strength means the compressive strength, because we are talking about the compression member. So compression strength we need to find out here. And it says calculate the strength when it is connected by one bolt at each end, when it is connected by two bolts at each end, and when it is connected with the welded connections at each end. So in all three cases, we will see what is the difference and what is the increase in the strength if they are connected by one bolt or two bolt or the welded connection. So we will see that. So our first step would be to determine the property of the section. So here in this question, we are using angle section, and the size of angle is already mentioned here, which is 150 by 150 by 12 mm. So in this case, we can again refer to the the steel table, and we can find out the property of Indian Standard Angle Section. So again, I will show you the steel table. So in the steel table, we can see section 5 belongs to equal leg angle, and in our case, equal angle section is given. So if we scroll down, then we can see we have to find out property for the 150 by 150. So there you can see 150, this one 150 by 150 multiplied by 12. So corresponding to this line, all the properties belongs to this angle section 150 by 50 by 12. So in this case, mass of the angle is given, sectional area is given, okay, and the dimensions are also given, like A and B is also given, and this one is the thickness. Similarly, R1, R2, and CX, CY. Well, CX is the distance of CG of the angle section from the x-axis, and CY is the distance of CG from the y-axis. So, well, I will show you that first, so that because we will be using this CX and CY value later. So there you can see this is the CX value, and this one is the CY value. So this CX and CY value can also be obtained from the steel table. So in this case, there CX, CY, IX value given is there, IYY value, and now IU value. So you can see here maximum is written here, which means major axis. So moment of inertia about the major axis will be maximum. It will be more than IXX, IYY, and IVV. So maximum moment of inertia will occur about the UU axis, and similarly the minimum moment of inertia will be about the VV axis, and that is why we say that the section, I mean angle section, is weakest along the VV axis, which is the minor axis. Similarly, there are four values of radius of gyration is given. Radius of gyration about the x-axis, about the y-axis, about the u-axis. So again, the radius of gyration about the UU axis will be maximum, and radius of gyration along the VV axis will be minimum. So you can compare the value of our section which belongs to this line. So along this line you can see RXX value is there, RYY value will be same, while RU value will be more than this, and RVV is the least value. So in this case, our least radius of gyration is along the RVV, and that is why we say that angle section is weakest along the VV axis. which is not X or Y or Z any. So this is other than that. Okay. So all the values we can note down from the steel table, which is required for our problem. So here in our problem, the major value which is being required for our problem will be the area of cross section of the angle section and the minimum radius of gyration, which is about the RV. So as I have shown you this value in the steel table. So in the steel table, it is given in the centimeter. I have converted this into mm. So now the next case, so first of all, we will consider the case 1. So in the case 1, it is said that the angle is connected from one bolt at each end. So it looks like this. So the angle is connected from this gusset plate and this gusset plate. From both ends, it is connected with the one bolt. And in that case, the length between this, which is L, it is given also in the question. I think it is around 3 meters. So now to find out the strength, again, we need to find out, like strength formula, we already know that this is FCD into AE, and we need to find out this FCD, and FCD depends on the lambda, and in case of angle section, we are supposed to find out lambda E. And now you can see lambda E formula is this one. So FCD formula is this one. So in this FCD formula, you can see we are using lambda. Well, this lambda is actually lambda E. And the formula for lambda E is this one, which we have seen in the IS code also. And to calculate the value of lambda E, we are required to find out K1, K2, lambda square VV, and lambda phi. We know that K1, K2, K3, they depends on the end conditions, how angle section is connected. So for lambda VV formula is this one. So in the lambda VV formula, RVV value we have already find out from the steel table, and lambda phi value we can obtain this by using the leg. So in this case, B1 and B2, they will be this one. Okay, so both legs are same. So in that case, 150 and 150 will be B1, B2 value. Now the remaining thing which is required to be find out is the K1, K2, K3. As I said, that K1, K2, K3 value depends on the end conditions, and in the question it is not mentioned whether the end is fixed or hinged. So that is why what we are doing is we are assuming that these are fixed, and it is being mentioned in the question that one bolt is connected on each end. So now I will show you that table in the IS code. How do we find out K1, K2, K3 value for fixed end condition and when we are having one bolt at each end. So now I will show you this table 12 from the IS code. So there you can see this is the table 12 to find out the constants K1, K2, K3, and in this case we are having, so at you see there number of bolts at each end. So in our case it is 1, and also if there are one bolt, there are two cases, whether the ends are fixed or hinged. So we have assumed that our end is fixed. So for the fixed end, having one bolt at each end, the value of K1 will be 0.75, K2 will be 0.35, and K3 will be 20. So this is how we will find out the value of K1, K2, K3 from the IS code. So we will write these values in the slide there. So here now from the table 12, we can find out the K1, K2, K3 value. So we have written here K1 as 0.75, K2 as 0.35, and K3 as 20. So now center to center distance, it is already mentioned in the question, which is 3000 mm. Now we are left with, we have to find out lambda VV and lambda phi also, because we are ultimately supposed to find out lambda E. So now using this clause, so this formula in the IS code, it is given in this clause. I have already shown you in the IS code. So using this formula, we will put all the values. L, RVV, we have already find out from the steel table. Then epsilon, which is the yield stress ratio. E is the Young's modulus of elasticity. Well, sometimes in the question it may not be given, I mean the value may not be given. So you should always remember that the Young's modulus of elasticity of the steel will be 2 into 10 raised to power 5 Newton per mm square. So if the values are not given in the question, still you need to remember that this is the value of E for the steel. So putting all the values, we will be able to identify, I mean find out the value of lambda VV. So lambda VV is 1.1523. Similarly, we will find out lambda phi. So as we know that in the calculation of lambda E, we are also required to find out lambda phi. So lambda phi formula is also given in the IS code, which is this one. So this depends on the legs of the angle, which is B1, B2. So in our case, we are using equal angle section. Both leg will be same. So all the values will be putting here. 150 by 150, 150 plus 150 by 2t, and all the values put here. After calculation, the lambda phi value is 0.1407. So now you can see all the parameters we have calculated, and now we will put all the parameters here to calculate the value of lambda E. So lambda E formula, so we have provided all the values here. So now we can solve it, and lambda E value is 1.2692. So now we have found the value of lambda E, and this lambda E value will be used to calculate the value of FCD. So now we will calculate FCD value. So you can see here FCD formula is here. So in the FCD, lambda is actually lambda E, but here in the formula we are also required to find out phi value. As we have done this in the first example, the same process we will follow here. So the phi value is again given in the IS code, and that formula is this one. So again in the formula we are required to find out alpha. Lambda here is lambda E actually, but we have to find out alpha, and this alpha is called imperfection factor. Imperfection factor, and it depends on the buckling class. So first we will see what is the buckling class of angle section, and based on that buckling class we will put the value of alpha here. So again I will show you that in the IS code. So there you can see this is the table that we generally use to calculate the buckling class, which is table 10. So in the table 10, if you look at this one, channels, angle, T section and solid section. So for all these type of section, buckling can occur along any axis, and in that case the buckling class will be C. So which means to find out the value of FCD, we will use table 9C. And also this buckling class is very useful in determining the value of alpha, which we are required to find out to find out the phi value. So I will show you that alpha table. So there you can see this is table 7, which is about the imperfection factor alpha. So alpha depends on buckling class. So our angle section is C, belongs to C class, and for that alpha value is 0.49. So we will put this alpha value in our formula to calculate the value of phi in the slide. So here putting the value, so there you can see alpha value is 0.49, and lambda E value we have already calculated, all the values are calculated. So phi value comes out as 1.5674. So we will put that value in this formula, and now we know all the values. Fy, gamma m naught will be 1.1. Fy is the yield strength, which is 250. So all the values putting here, we will find out FCD value. So FCD value will be 91.38. So that is the design compressive stress for the angle section. And now we can find out the strength of the angle section by using this formula. Now putting all AE we have already find out from the steel table, and FCD now we have calculated. So the strength of the angle section in this case would be 316 kilonewton. So that would be the strength of angle section when it is connected by 1 bolt. Similarly, if now we will see the second case. And second case is when angle section is connected by two bolts at each end. In the previous case, it was one bolt. Now in this case, if we are having two bolts at each ends. So now again, some values are similar. So when two bolts are connected, so now you can see here two bolts are connected, and again the length between the center of connection will be L, which is 3 meter. It is again already given in the question. So again, to find out the value of K1, K2, K3, we will assume the fixed end conditions, and for two bolts, K1, K2, K3 value can be find out just we have done in the previous case. So by using table 12 again, so K1, K2, K3 value for two bolts having fixed end condition is this one. So I have already explained how do we find out this value in the previous case, so you can refer to that. So effective length is given here. Now yield stress ratio is given here, and lambda VV value will be same as we have calculated in the previous case. So it will be same. So we have taken this directly from the previous case. And now lambda E value can be calculated by putting all the values here. And lambda E value will be 1.03. So now we have find out the value of lambda E. So we will put here this value. Okay. So now phi value will also need to be calculated. So in the phi value, this lambda will be this one. So the lambda value here will be 1.03. All other values are same. Alpha value will be same, which is 0.49 for class C, because we are using angle section and angle section belongs to class C. So putting all the values again, so phi value comes out as 1.2338. So now we will put that value in this formula and we'll be finding the FCD value. So FCD value in this case would be 118.8 Newton per mm square. So you may remember in the previous case it was around 91. So in this case it is 118. So now we can say that when more than one bolt is connected, then the FCD value will be increased. So now again we will find out the design strength in this case, which is AE FCD, and all the values will be putting here. AE multiplied by FCD into 10 raised to the power minus 3. So I am putting this minus 3 because I want to get the value directly in the kilonewton. So in this case, you can see in the previous case it was 316, and now by putting one extra bolt on each ends, the angle strength is increased. So now you can see the importance of the connection of the angle section at the ends. If we are putting more bolts, which means the angle strength, I mean the strength of compression member will be increased. Similarly, the next case, which is about the, if we connect the angle section from ends by weld. Well, this weld case will be similar to this case, which means all the values will be applicable here also. And that is why I have written that this case will be exactly similar to earlier case. Why? Because when welding is used to connect the angle section, K1, K2, K3 value will be same as we have calculated in this case. So all the values will be same. So that is why the strength will be same. So if we connect by welding or if we connect by two bolts, then the strength will be same. So that is our case for the single angle section strength. So that is the solution for this question. Thank you.